What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy Kenny, man. I'm back one time for your mind. People, we back. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. People had to get myself together. Still feeling, I'm all right, but still feeling, I'm shaky, but I'm good. Good enough to get back to doing what we supposed to be doing out here. Um, I got technical difficulties with this setup here. Again, I gotta get a new fucking monitor. The monitor is actually really old, so I gotta get rid of that. And I'm gonna order one later on today, and hopefully this should be here by this weekend. But if not, it's fine. And I probably got to do something else about my fucking internet. I'm still not getting good quality internet down here. I even switched my internet plan, but shit ain't going right. But it is what it is. We gonna work with what we got. Um, let's get into this, people. A lot of bullshit. Um, we all know that the package is coming, the bill is coming. For as um um this relief package, you know what I mean, $1,400 and everything else that goes with it. People really need to read that bill. Really Google it and do their homework on that bill and really read it. Last couple of days I've been sitting down with it and reading it. It's good benefits in there. Believe it or not, it will help a lot of people out. People need to really take advantage of this bill. I know that we didn't get what we kind of really wanted. One of the main things that we really wanted was the $15 an hour. Um, Hopefully the Democrats do show some balls and actually fight for it and pass the shit. Not even fight for it, just pass it. You don't have to continue to keep fighting people that you don't need their fucking vote. And what I mean by that is Joe Manchin and whoever else, them fucking other Democrats that wanna block this bill. You make sure you tell them, listen, man, they can call it a threat, they can call it whatever they want. Tell them it ain't a threat, it ain't a promise. It's just what it's going to be if you don't do what the American people want. This ain't about me, about you as a Democrat or a politician. You work for the peoples, and the people want this shit. So, I think 70 or 75% of the American people want this $15 an hour. The only 25 is probably brain dead motherfuckers that won't benefit from the $15 an hour, or they just stuck on stupid, or they corporations, and the corporations, of course, don't want the $15 an hour. So the Democrats, this is in y'all heart. This is in y'all. The ball is in y'all court. You know what I mean? So if you said you want to go bold and all this other shit that you keep talking about. Well, this is the time to do it. You got 2 years to actually really do it. And if you do what you're supposed to do, you will keep the House and the Senate. And you might take over the House, get more votes in the Senate if you do this shit right. But the Democrats, they be on they stuck on stupid. But so I'm not even gonna be like, these motherfuckers is idiots, man. Anyway, I'm not even gonna call them idiots. They don't know how to, they don't know, they do enough to keep their power. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But yeah, I need people. I want people to go out and make sure you guys read this relief bill, so you guys can not even take advantage of it, but mainly get what you need to get out of this bill, because you can get a lot. That's if you have children. Okay, you can get stuff out of this bill. Okay, I know it ain't with everything we wanted, but goddamn it, is something. And you take what you can get, and you at least put it like this. At least this bill can't. The Republicans ain't want nothing to do with it. So it ain't like these evil motherfuckers, the Republicans, that don't want to do nothing for the people anyway. None of them voted for this bill. So it's a Democrat bill. Take the goddamn bill, accept it. It ain't all what we wanted. It is. It ain't all what we want. But we live to fight another motherfucking day. We continue to keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't. You don't You don't get a home run every time you jump up the bat. So we listen. You got to have fighting. You got to keep fighting, and we got to strategize in a different way to get what the fuck we need for the people. Okay, this ain't about us being in our feelings either about some of these bills. Some of these bills you can't be in your feelings about. The country is fucked up anyway, so you got to kind of can get whatever you can get, and people are hurting now. So I don't listen, man. But anyway, but make sure you guys go and read the bill, and so you guys can get the things that you need from this bill, because there's a lot of good things in there, a lot of great things I seen. I mean, it was some things that I didn't understand why they had to put in the bill, but it is what it is. So let's get into this, man. So for almost a whole week, the Republicans went to their favorite clan channel, Fox News, and basically just went there and talked about nonsense and culture wars and scare tactics to scare people instead of trying to fix shit. It's just sad. And even when they do shit that's fucked up, or they got a policy or whatever, they brag on the policy so much, they're like, what are you bragging about? It's nothing to brag about. If you felt like this, whatever policy Trump had was great for the country, okay, it's okay to talk about it, but goddamn, what are you bragging about? You know, one thing I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna lie to you, because we're gonna get into more of this with the when I'm frozen. The one thing I appreciate that Biden does is that he rarely talks. It seems like he's behind the scenes handling his business. He come out and speak when he has to. What up, OG? OG, send me your email. That probably be the best way you come in, and maybe that'll help you get a better sound instead of going through the messenger. That may help you. So send me an email, and I'll send you a link to get in the building through the email, like I do G and Moses. But yeah, people, I appreciate Biden not saying shit. That let me know he's behind the scenes, basically putting in the work. He not out here, bragging and shit about what he doing. It's almost like he concerned, and he's telling motherfuckers what he's actually doing. He's not bragging. It's nothing to brag about. We're not in a time where we need a president to be sitting out here bragging about shit that he's doing, instead of him just out here just, instead of him, just doing the fucking work. And we look at the results later. I mean, we look at the results. And so I don't need a president. Especially now when people out here hurting and shit, and people ain't got shit. He out here bragging, had Joe Biden out here bragging. Just imagine, like, even with Trump and shit, like, even when he passed the really bill, he just out here bragging. Like, what are you bragging about? Like, every 5 minutes, every time he came out, every day he bragged about the same old shit over and over again. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, what else you doing? All right, let's move on to the next thing. We got more. It's more problems in the country. Everything's not fun. That's the thing I don't miss about Trump. I don't miss anything about Trump, but I'm just saying that's one of the things I don't miss about him. Like, yo, dude, come on, man. Shut the fuck up and just move on and do the next shit. But mind you, he wasn't doing shit anyway, so he ain't had no choice but to continue to keep bragging about something that he did already. But let's move on. This is what the Republican Party has been talking about in the last week. This is what they've been doing. They ain't been helping out. They don't want to help out, and they're not going to help out because they don't have any power. And so they, while them don't have any power, they don't want to help the Democrats in no way, no shape, how. Okay? People need to understand that. So the only thing that the Republicans that you're going to see and hear now is that what they've been doing since the Biden got in office actually can do some shit is bitch, moan, and complain. That's all they've been doing. Making up conspiracy theories, talking about nonsense. Trying to start continue to keep the culture war continue to go on. Scare tactics, scaring all these white lily some of these white lily people. Some of these ignorant ass white people out here that believe in this nonsense, that'll actually sit down and listen to this stupid shit. But let's get into it, people. Y'all in the building, hit somebody, let somebody know somebody, to tell somebody to get up in the building. We've been having people having a hard time getting to the channel from Opinion Buff Facts. I think Shay is one of them. So make sure you guys share this video share this live stream on Facebook. So because all the subscribers is mainly coming from the Facebook shit. They also most likely subscribe to me and put that out there so people can get the live streams and come here, and then they can go ahead and subscribe to the channel while they hit, because they having a hard time on YouTube to get this channel, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. So make sure you guys do that for me. I truly appreciate it. I will do it on my spare time too. I should have did that shit before I got on, but anyway. Let's get into. Let's start off with Tucker Carlson. Let's just start off with the done data of racism on Fox News. The done data.
This tells you everything. In March of last year, the leadership of the United States and of China both declared national emergencies. In the U.S., Tony Fauci warned Congress that reopening American businesses could cause, quote, coronavirus outbreaks the government may not be able to control. Going outside, Tony Fauci said, was just too risky. Meanwhile, in China, where the coronavirus originated, a top advisor to the Chinese government declared that the country was experiencing a very different kind of threat, a more profound threat.
Let me explain something to y'all, man. Listen, we get diseases in America all the time. You don't hear them people continue to constantly keep pointing out that this virus or diseases that comes from America. The swine flu. A lot of that shit comes from America. America starts this shit by when they go a lot of times, or when they be fucking with them animals and they don't clean them animals correctly. They don't clean the facilities where they go and slaughter these animals, and they bring these animals to go clean. They don't clean them properly. So we get salmonella and swine flu and shit like that from these American slaughterhouses. But you don't hear people outside of the country, mad cow disease. Yeah, right. You don't hear people outside of the country blaming America. And don't get it twisted. We port food and shit like that we slaughter animals and take them and ship that shit over in other countries as well. And they have probably most likely got sick from our shit. But come on now. It's straight up bigotry and racism, man.
Chinese government declared that the country was experiencing a very different kind of threat, a more profound threat. The problem, he said, was a national masculinity crisis. Chinese boys, quote, have been spoiled by housewives and female teachers, and they were becoming, as a result, quote, delicate, timid, and effeminate. In essence, they were becoming people who might listen to someone like Tony Fauci.
So basically calling Tony Fauci a punk, effeminate. Almost borderline calling them gay, like it's something wrong with being gay. Like it's something wrong with being raised by a gay person. That's why I told you. if you really truly listen to Fox News and mainly Tucker Carlson, I know he talk fast and he use a lot of big words all the time and shit like that. I get that. But if you really can comprehend very well, like I do, I comprehend and I listen to people. That's one of my best traits that I have. I listen to people clearly. And I'm not listen, people can assume what they want, but what I got from that is that he's saying that from China saying, coming out with some memo that they had over there that's saying women it's feminizing young boys or whatever the situation may be, they have a more of a chance of listening to somebody like Fauci. And what do that supposed to mean? How do you supposed to take that? Is that what? Fauci is feminine? Was he gay or what? What is it? What are you saying? So they the only two things I get from that. Or you saying women only ones that believe in science and men don't? Well, I mean, what? You can go so many different angles with this shit, but that's why people like Tucker Carlson are very dangerous to be on TV talking to regular American folks, especially when some of the people in this country are stuck on stupid, don't know no better. I ain't gonna say they don't know no better, just stuck on stupid. They are amongst the stupid people in this country. And it's easy to manipulate somebody that is stupid. But let's move on. I don't know how you're supposed to take that. You take that so many different ways, but I took it as you was calling Dr. Fauci some type of gay dude or something. Or women is so feminine, they don't only want to believe in science. That's some feminine shit. That's some woman shit. Wow. This is where we at in 2021. We got show enough borderline intelligent people on TV being racist, homophobic, sexist. Right now, face, but we're amongst stupid people out here that are believing what this dude is talking about like it's a fact. And let me just throw this out there. When did we start taking advice from China? I thought we don't supposed to take any advice. It's America first. What the fuck we looking at China for? China got they good things about them, but what they do. But one thing we shouldn't be taking from China is how to treat their people. And I'll be damn sure not to take any advice from somebody like Tucker Carlson how to treat your people or treat your children. He's right now in his household teaching his kids how to be bigots.
Said the Chinese government advisor. The feminization of Chinese boys would, quote, inevitably endanger the survival and development of the Chinese nation. In January, China's government acted on this recommendation.
Hold on, let's go back again.
The Education Ministry of China released danger the survival and development of the Chinese nation. Unchecked, said the Chinese government advisor, the feminization of Chinese boys would, quote, inevitably endanger the survival and development of the Chinese nation.
So listen, it's so deeply. I don't even know how people don't get offended by this. Listen, we don't live in China. We don't live nowhere else outside of the country. We live in America. We in 2021. I thought that we was the country to show other countries how to treat their own. But, we don't live in that type of country. Now you want to take advice from China or try to get the people believing what the Chinese are saying. When you criticize China all the time. You just insulted China. That's why you see a lot of the hate crimes going on with Chinese people. Because of rhetoric like that. But let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. Listen, man. This is why I don't like talking to, I couldn't talk to these stupid people.
In January, China's government acted on this recommendation. The Education Ministry of China released a notice entitled Proposal to Prevent the Feminization of Male Adolescents. The goal was to, quote, cultivate students' masculinity. Have you seen this on other channels, by the way? Kind of interesting, isn't it?
Let me explain something to y'all. And I want to make this very, very clear. See, this is the stupidity of somebody that we know that he's a liar because his lawyers got in court and said that the man is a habitual liar, right? So he's going to put out wrong information. But we, like I said, we live among stupid people, and stupid people are very easy to manipulate. And you can tell them lies and they believe it. That's how stupid they are. That's what stupid people are. But listen, the studies tell you, because you know, if you only read one study, that's the only thing that you will believe, right? And just because you read a study from a person that has a certain way of thinking, they're only going to produce the only thing that they think. If it's homophobic or if it's bigotry or whatever it may be, that's what those type of people of science or whoever they may be, right? Professors, whatever, right? But some science does tell you that if you push children, most likely, not all of them, but if you push majority of children, or some children, you can say, to being what you want them to be, they wind up growing up being the opposite. Okay? And it's also true if you give your kids too much of a leeway to be, not check them of letting them understand that you're not at your brain is not fully developed for you to be making grown up people decisions too. So you have to have a balance there. That's why I say this, listen, because I believe in both. Because I don't want to push my daughter to anything, to something that I want her to be. I want her to be herself. I just want to deliver her the information, and still always tell her to go out and don't just take everything that I say. Find your own path and do what you got to do. Listen, I had plenty of people tell me plenty of shit through my life. I wound up becoming the person that I am. Yeah, partly because of them, but sure. Okay? To be. So whatever decision that your child may make, you don't lie to them unless it's like you're really trying to protect them of something, right? But you don't protect them from shit that's actually going to happen. So you teach them right from wrong, respect others, no matter if you if you feel a little uncomfortable, speak on it, but make sure you be polite about it. Make sure you be respectful about it. It's a way you teach children, but you don't push shit on kids and say, this is what I want you to be and this is what I don't want you to be. You give them the pros and cons of everything. That's what a parent is. And then hopefully your kid smart enough or intelligent enough or aware of things or what you have taught them to be what type of person they should kind of be, push them to be the type of person they should be, that they will make a lot of mistakes, but they're going to wind up coming out to be a decent human being. That's what a parent is supposed to do. We don't supposed to push anything on children. You're supposed to teach them. That's what, if you look up the definition of teaching, that's what it is. You teach them. You don't push shit on children because they will rebel. Some people are followers. It just is what it is. Some people are leaders and rebels. The followers are motherfuckers that will believe in anything that you tell them. That's the dangerous part about a child. A child automatically is going to turn out to be both of those things. They're going to be a follower and picking up things, but they're going to be a rebel too, because they're going to want to do what they want to do or what they feel that's right to do. But this idiot is sitting here and acting like these studies is you're supposed to push this on people, and mainly children. Listen, I was raised by plenty of black women and some white women that I have utmost respect for, that gave me knowledge, that pushed me in certain type of ways. Listen, I was a rebel. I would say I was more of a rebel than I was a leader, but I was a leader in my way, but I was more of a rebel. So telling me shit and demanding shit from me, certain shit, I don't like that. That's why I don't like when I was young, I didn't like rules. I still kind of don't like rules, but I understand why we have rules in place, because I'm old enough and I'm intelligent enough to comprehend that and understand why we have certain rules. And people do need rules. Okay? But this whole notion that you push shit on people, pushing them not to be feminine, they're going to rebel. You push kids not to be gay. Look, you're going to push them to the gay shit. You're going to make them feel like they want to go see what that's about. What is it? What is my parent or my parents trying to hide from me? What's so bad about it? Then they may go over there. They might say, ain't that bad over here. I feel more love over there than I receive from my own blood. It happens. It's a fact. What's up, LT? I wish people in America stop the fucking nonsense. A lot of this shit ain't rocket scientist shit here, people. This is just human behavior that we should know by now as grown-ass adults. Of course you don't want... Listen, a heterosexual person, of course, they don't want their kid to be gay. And it may not even be for the reasons that of a lot of us don't want it. It may because some people may feel like kids, or your kid gonna have, especially black kids, for me, or if you're a minority in the country, you're already gonna have a disadvantage. And then you throw gay on top of that. You're already behind the motherfucking 8 ball. Now you're gonna be behind way more no homo pause, but other balls. The 6th, the 7th, the 8th ball. Come on, man. You have young boys growing up, if their father treat them so badly and poorly, they feel like their father don't love them. They don't wind up growing up not having good relationships with their dad, even though their dad is in their life. Let's move on, man.
That won't explain the reasoning behind this plan, but there are some clues. Last year, we learned that China has quickly developed the world's largest naval force. In 2015, China...
No, because China is one of the main places where it's very homophobic over there. It just is what it is. And it's like that with a lot of countries. America as well. We're a little bit more open here. A lot more of the people open to gay people, but it's a lot, even if we open to, a lot of us ain't that accepting of gay people. We still have our, things that we don't like about the gay community, but we don't discriminate against them. That's the difference from us that maybe have our certain things we don't like from the alphabet people, but people like Tucker Carlson and them are shown up homophobics. They homophobes. So listen, man, listen. Anyway, let's move on. But now he want to go take it to the military. Somehow, some way, he took the gay shit to women, raising kids, to turning the kids feminine, even if the father is in the lives. Like, it's just weird shit. Now he get ready to go into the military. He get ready to tell you exactly why China did this.
Learned that China has quickly developed the world's largest naval force. In 2015, China had 255 battle force ships. Now they have more than 360. And many of those ships are more capable than anything in the American naval fleet. So how are we responding to this?
First of all, that is not true. He's a goddamn lie. And the only reason he's saying that is because it's a lot more women in the military now in these days and time. It's a lot more gays and alphabet people in the fucking military. We got the biggest military in the world. So he's a liar. But his whole point of telling you that is saying that we have too many women in the military. That is his whole point. And we have too many gays in the military. It shouldn't be gay or women in the military, only men. And then it will get to, then it's too many. Now, listen, their whole focus, they can't stop black people from being in the military. They can't stop minorities from being in the military. So now they want to pick on the gays and the fucking women. This is all this is about. How disturbed of a person you have to be to do something like that. A racist, a bigot, a homophobic, fucking sexist pig. That is exactly who fucking a lot of these Republican people are. And definitely that's who Tucker Carlson is. So most likely he has a very submissive wife that'll tolerate this nonsense bullshit. She has to be a weak ass woman. There's no way she put up with this if she's a strong woman. Give a fuck if she's black or white. You don't put up with this type of fucking bullshit. Then if I was on here talking down on women like that, you know about how first of all, me and my wife wouldn't even be together. But I respect her. Wouldn't disrespect her in this way. Listen, even if he don't think that he's talking about his wife, he's talking about women. If his wife don't think it's about her, it is about you. Because every man that will encounter you will treat you that way because your husband said to treat you that way. I know I would if I was stupid enough to believe in what Tucker Carlson is talking about. People got to be kidding me, man. Let's move on. Shit is sad. Now all this is now, it comes back to what he want to get at with Biden. How Biden is embracing women. They can't stand that they had a fucking president that was in office that was known for disrespecting women. Not in just him being a public figure or far as being a politician, but at his regular job that he had. And let me explain something to y'all very, very clear. You gotta be damn near a borderline psychopath or some type of sexual misfit, because if you are rich, it is no way you don't get pussy. You may not get all the women that you may want, but you're gonna get some pussy. But with certain men that have money and power, they know that they ain't shit without that money. They don't have a personality. They most likely know that they ain't that attractive or good looking. They have to know that. That's why they go out and do a lot of the shit they do, or they got molested when they was a child. It's all the three of those things. You got molested when you was a child, or you're a fucking psychopath. And most likely, if you was if you sexually abused women in that way, it most likely happened to you. So it fits down to that first thing that I said. So listen, man, when these dudes get on here and they talk down to women like that, they know that something about them that they don't attract women like that. Because a dude could be the most ugliest motherfucking dude you ever seen in your life. But if he's charming, he got some swag about him. Yeah, the money helped, but he got personality. When you got that, ugly motherfucker could pull a chick. Tucker Carlson is a weirdo. This dude got the most weirdest laugh ever. He sound like a fucking nerd. The way he laugh. Fuck how he talk. The way he laugh. Some old scary ass laugh. Like, whoa. You hear him laugh. You know how you hear somebody with a weird ass laugh and you like, wow, damn. You giving it, that's his laugh. He's a weirdo.
Than anything in the American naval fleet. So how are we responding to this? Well, at the White House yesterday, Joe Biden addressed it effectively. What's the American military's response? Here's what Joe Biden said.
Some of it's relatively straightforward work. We're making good progress designing body armor that fits women properly, tailoring combat uniforms for women, creating maternity flight suits, updating requirements for their hairstyles. And some of it is going to take an intensity of purpose and mission to really change the culture and habits that cause women to leave the military.
I'm trying to figure out, what did Biden say that was so wrong? All he did was try to uplift women. It was about hairstyles. Yeah, I got that, Jennifer. I'm gonna talk about her ass too. Her and Candace Owens. I'm trying to figure out, what did he say was wrong? How did he try to feminize men? Listen, unless you are a straight bozo or sexist, you shouldn't have any problem with a woman, the military, trying to acquire the women with better uniforms that fit them, that makes them feel comfortable, or they hair looking a certain type of way, the way they may want it. And see, mind you, we're not talking about, usually when women are out in the battlefield, they ain't worried about they hairstyles and shit like that, because they just usually wear their hair back. He's talking about women that are captains and colonels and generals that works in the military, not in the battlefield, but at the Pentagons and shit like that. They still putting in work. They gotta make sure everybody out, the ones that's out in the field, is safe. They may want to look a certain type of way. They may want to look more feminine. Instead of looking like some old fucking listen, no disrespect to the alphabet people, some dyke. I see nothing wrong with what Joe Biden said. I didn't feel that Joe Biden was telling, if we trying to feminize men and shit like that. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? But let us go. He got more.
An intensity of purpose and mission to really change the culture and habits that cause women to leave the military.
So we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military.
First of all, it's not a mockery. And let me just explain something to people. It's no one. This is how disingenuous this dude is. If a woman is pregnant, there's no way she gonna be in the battlefield. Not true. It's not gonna happen. Even if they find out how many, say like she in the first month or 2 weeks or whatever, they're not going to allow her to be in the field. They're not going to allow her to put her life and that baby in danger. That's not, it's not true that they allow that. So he's already lying. It's not even fucking true. He's talking about, like I said before, them working behind the scenes, not in the field. They can find other jobs. Listen, you got people that work in kitchens of training camps for the military. Women, still a part of the military, and they may get pregnant. Give them something that they can wear. This dude is out here lying. You're making a big deal about a fucking woman in a uniform. This is what they talking about. They get less fuck about how the women feel. You talking about what Biden is trying to make them feel more comfortable? It's a weirdo ass dude, man. Weirdo.
To leave the military.
So we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military. Well, China's military becomes more masculine.
First of all, you are an embarrassment of the United States of America. You are an embarrassment as a man. You are an embarrassment as a human being. And first of all, Tucker Carlson, at least those women that you so much got a problem with them wearing, Biden trying to find them something comfortable to wear, at least they serve in the fucking country. You're on TV lying to people. That's your job. How easy it is for a fucking middle-aged white dude to be on a national platform, TV, spilling lies all day, getting paid millions. But you got a problem with women in the military with outfits that make them feel bad. At least they serving, you cocksucker. You ain't got the balls to serve. You pussy-ass motherfucker. You supported a draft dodger. That's how I know you a coward. You weren't about the feminization of men in the military or women in the military or even gay people. At least the gay people got the balls to go serve. They got more cojones than you do. The nerve of this cocksucker. And listen, it was something that somebody told me a while ago, like years ago. People that usually have a big issue with gay people is usually most likely somebody that's in the closet. It was, remember when, I don't know if people seen this, you remember when Bootsy went on Mike Tyson's podcast? And mind you, Mike Tyson's daughter is a part of the alphabet people. She really had a problem with motherfucking Bootsy. Because the way, I didn't have a problem, listen, I didn't have a problem with Bootsy was saying, but she did, right? But like Mike said, why you got so much of a problem with gay people? And as a father, I understood what Bootsy was saying, but at the same time, nigga, you don't get to dictate that. You just teach your kid right from wrong. You don't have to allow your kids to watch that cartoon. It's up to you to do. Just like we don't allow my daughter to watch violent shit on TV. That's our choice as a parent. We pay the bills. So, listen, I understand where Boosie is coming from, but at the same time, I understand where Mike was coming from. And like I said, usually the motherfucker that is what up, Weezy? What up, Weezy? Usually, most likely motherfuckers that got a problem with gay people like that is usually people that most likely are in the closet. I don't give a fuck what gay people did, what the alphabet people did. Live your life, do you. Like I told you, I got certain shit that I won't allow them to do to me or say to me. But other than that, I don't give a fuck. We eat dinner together. We go to a cookout together. I ain't going to no gay cookout. But hey, I'll go to where everybody at in the cookout. It's gonna be some gays, gonna be some blacks, white. I don't give a fuck. As long as it ain't a shown up straight gay shit. Because listen, I'm not gonna put myself in a position where motherfuckers think they can hit on me. It's like if I go to the club right now. Let me explain something to you. If you go to the club as a single person in the club, give a fuck if you male or woman. Most likely in a straight club, a woman is going to hit on you or try to holler at you or whatever it may be, and it's vice versa for the woman. A man is going to usually do that. It's usually come with a club. But if I'm a married man, what the fuck I want to be in a club for? So I won't go. Got nothing to do with you, because I don't like that you're gay. No, I don't want to get hit on. That's it. So, listen. Nobody makes you do nothing. But this cocksucker want to make you do what he wants you to do or feel a certain type of way against gay people because he does. I have no problem with gay people. Do you? I do me, you do you, but if we could come together on some shit, we come together and kumbaya out this bitch. I'm okay. That go for white people, whoever it may be. But I will never condone any race of getting out of pocket to me. It could be my own race. I will never allow that. See, I'm consistent around the board. But the one thing I'm consistent of too, as I treat everybody, I know it's differences, but I try to treat everybody with the same type of respect. Of course, we treat certain people differently. It happens. That's life. I'm black. It's a lot of people ain't black. I'm straight. A lot of people ain't straight. So you gotta move a certain type of way. You may gotta treat certain people a certain type of way. Respect them in a different way that you may respect others. You may can say certain things to a heterosexual man that you can't say to a gay person. You may can say something to a gay person that you may can't say to a heterosexual man. It happens. Same thing with white people. It may certain things you can say to them. It may some things that you can't say to them. Same thing with white folks. They gotta understand that. Certain things you can say amongst yourselves, but you can't say to others. It's not hard, it's not complicated, but people make it complicated because they stuck on stupid. Let's move on.
It's assembled the world's largest navy. Our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine, whatever feminine means anymore, since men and women no longer exist. The bottom line is,
first of all, he did not say that. He did not say to make the military more feminine. He did not say that. He said to make women to feel more comfortable of being in the military, not feminizing men and none of that other fuck shit. Not making heterosexual men feel more gay. See, it's not about that. It's about respecting who the other person is. A woman is a woman. Respect her as a fucking woman. What's hard about that? And people, you kidding? Well, there's certain things you can't say around a woman. It's certain things that a woman can't say around a man. The fuck is the difference? There's certain shit a woman can't say to a man. She gotta respect that. And it's vice versa. A man gotta respect certain shit you can't say around or to a woman. What it is you want to roll off of this, people want to roll off of this, my freedom of speech to say whatever I want to say. That is fine. You get to say whatever the fuck you want to say, but it's consequences for it. And why would you want to say whatever the fuck you want to say to anybody? You don't know they pain. You don't know they issue. You don't know what the fuck people go through in their life. But you just want, my First Amendment, I say whatever the fuck I want. Really? Listen, every time I hear these coward ass motherfuckers say this shit, all it reminds me of is that you're selfish. You only give a fuck about yourself. I don't hear any of you cocksucking ass motherfuckers like Tucker Carlson when black people tell you it's my First Amendment to say whatever I want, but a police beat them down because of something they said. You hear a lot of these crack ass crackers say he should have just been quiet and be quiet and don't say nothing and apply and just apply. I mean, just come just a oh shit, I think I fucked up on him. Just comply. It's okay for you to say whatever the fuck you want to say, but it's wrong for everybody else that you disagree with lifestyles or color of skin. Okay, I get it. Let's move on.
Means anymore, since men and women no longer exist. The bottom line is it's out of control, and the Pentagon's going along with this. Again, this is a mockery of the U.S. military masculine as it's assembled the world's largest Navy. Our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine. Whatever feminine means anymore, since men and women no longer exist.
That's not what he said.
The bottom line is it's out of control, and the Pentagon's going along with this. Again, this is a mockery of the U.S. military and its core mission, which is winning wars.
How you know? How you know? How you know, Tucker Carlson? You ain't in the military. You ain't serving. How you know? Have you sat down and talked to some military women? And they not all conservative? But I guarantee you some of those conservative military women tell you the same exact shit. They get treated differently in the military. In ways they shouldn't. Said it's a mockery, it's a disgrace. Whatever.
One of the few people who's been paying attention to this is someone who served in the U.S. military, Indiana Congressman Jim Banks. Recently, he wrote a letter to the U.S. Chief of Naval Operations asking why the Navy had included a book, Racist Filth, by Ibram X. Kendi on its 2021 reading list. Because that book teaches exactly what the Chinese propaganda ministry teaches, that America is fundamentally immoral. Congressman Jim Banks joins us tonight.
Let me ask y'all something, man. These people would like to always call everybody that disagree with them immoral. But they had a guy that was actually in office that they still support and love, even though he's not in office. That was a homophobic, sexist, racist pig and disrespectful to people. And he continues to be that way. But these are the same people trying to tell us about morals. What's morally? What is your definition of morals? This is what I would ask these stupid people. What is morals to you? Morals is not. I tell you what it ain't. It's not to discriminate against people that you don't understand, don't have a connection to, or maybe even don't like what they preference or who they have sex with or who they vote for or what color skin they are. That's not having no morals when you doing all of that. You actually doing that shit? What morals do you have? I tell you one goddamn thing. Listen, I thought black people, because we are very gifted of doing this. We will turn a tragedy of something that happened to us and flip that shit to something positive like the N-word. You get what I mean? We turn living the way we live of through hundreds of years of how they treated our black people to where we are now. To, you talk about the violence and all the shit. I get that, the hood, South community, we're proud of it in a way. But we try to look at it in some positive shit. Rap music, same shit, right? But what I noticed from racist white people, they will change the definition of something that they created and flip that motherfucker back on you when you can comprehend and you're educated enough to understand what words mean. And they will switch that shit on you and then call you and then pretend and change the definition of it to pretend that you are making a mockery of something or try to act like they on a high ground than you are because they look at life as they look at other people that's others that disagree with them as immoral. When the whole time they are the most immoral people on planet Earth. This is what we dealing with in America right now, people. This is what we dealing with. Now he gonna bring some racist, bigot, homophobic ass senator on TV to tell us how immoral we are because we accept everybody. We are okay with we don't want to discriminate against anybody. We want to respect them. We may not all agree with each other do, but we respect who you are. Be who you are. That's a problem now. We in 2021 and we are still fighting the same fights that we fought 50, 60 years ago. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And this is why they keep talking about cancel culture. Listen to me. You can talk about cancel culture all you want. You don't deserve to be on a national platform when you lie, you steal, you thieve, and you be racist, and you're homophobic, and you're bigots, and you're misrepresenting the country. Let me explain something to people very, very clearly. The country right now, yes, it's a racist country. But it's more people here that ain't racist, that ain't bigots, that ain't homophobes, that actually want to move and actually get things better in the country, not go backwards. It's more people here. But I always told y'all, we got more of these fucking fuck people in power. And I keep continuing to tell you this. To all the good white people out there, salute, love y'all. But let me explain something to y'all. This is y'all fault. This is y'all fault. Y'all in positions of certain power in this country that where you need to step the fuck aside and allow black and other minorities or gays or whoever to be in power, because you're not representing you. The country need to be represented like it's supposed to. This is not a white person's country anymore. This is a minority country. And white people, yes, you fall under that. You will be the minority soon. You already are. Some of y'all understand that, but you, let's just move on, man. This shit is sad. We in 2021 and we still talking about this ignorant shit.
Thanks so much for coming on. How could a book like this, really filth, wind up on a naval reading list?
Tucker, I have no idea. I mean, we're in the middle of a 60-day stand down, something that the entire military is doing to root out what they're calling extremism in the ranks. Right now, we're in the middle of that. So you'll have to forgive me.
That is not true. That is not true. They don't know where the white supremacy is. They don't know what rank they are. They're just checking. Listen, let me explain something to you people. I know that the racists, Tucker Carlson and the Republicans, like just want to, move past this racism. I get it. I understand it. People, the woman, a lot of those people that was at that Klan rally, at that big lie Klan rally, that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, a lot of those people was former military. Some of those people were in the military. Some of those people were in the police department. At least the federal government saying, hey, you know what? Biden and them like, hey, we got control over a lot more control over the military that actually really do protect the country, other than these rogue ass these race soldiers out here running around here in the country running amok, pretending that they protect and serve the people. Is a fucking lie. Now, it ain't Biden. That if it was up to Biden, and I'll be real about this. If it's up to Biden and the Democrat Party, they will be really checking, if they had the power, to check the police department around the country. But they don't have the authority to do that. It's state by state shit. They leave it up to states. That's what religion and state is. Listen, I have no problem with Joe Biden is doing. Stopping, listen, let's find out who you motherfuckers are. Because let me tell you something. You got people that are in the military that are learning how to build bombs, know how to build guns, learning technical moves from the army, how they move, solidation of how they move, tactical shit. You seen that at fucking that terrorist attack that happened on January 6th. You look at that military gear on. And they was moving like the military would move. Why wouldn't they? And then mind you, these people some of them do come home. Some of them survive and come back home with the same old fucked up mind state with new things, how to do racist shit to do, how to kill people. They are in the field. They know how to sneak around in countries. Some of them know how to get away with murder. And then mind you got to think about these people come home fucked up. They already probably fucked up in there because they already racist. And then they go through tragedies. And then they come home even more fucked up. You think their good side is going to come out? No, their racist side most likely going to come. They bad shit about bad human beings who they probably was before going to come out. But the Republican Party can keep telling you that they care about the vets. Yeah, all right. They come home fucked up. You do nothing for them. Everybody that serve in the military don't come home the same. Mentally. They all come home a little fucked up, and it depends how much action they seen. But everybody don't come home the same. And like I told you, usually a lot of them that come home is usually a bunch of followers. They're not leaders. Got a lot of followers in the country, not a lot of leaders. I'm telling you that.
Astonished that the top admiral in the United States Navy would put a book on his recommended reading list to every sailor in the United States Navy that says that America is racist, that capitalism is racist, written by an author that said that Amy Coney Barrett is a white colonizer because she adopted a couple of African American children. I mean, this is astonishing to me because at a time when we're supposed to be rooting out extremism in the ranks, that's exactly what the United States Navy is pushing.
First of all, let me just explain something to you. When you continue to keep lying to people, let me just explain something to you too. They lie to those military people all the time. They lie to us, American people, all the time. They do not teach the kids or the people exactly what this country actually, how this country was actually, what it was built on. See, and then a lot of times you can know what the country was built on, but do you have the humanity to understand and the intelligence and the sympathy to understand what the country was built on? I always told, listen, the one thing that I always got, and this is why I think that, like, I don't never, like, a lot of tragic shit happened to me when I was younger, and even when I got a little older, but a lot of real bad shit happened to me when I was young. So that's why a part of me is a little cold and a lot of shit. Like when my heart, like I don't get like certain like deaths and shit happen. I'm a little mellow with that shit. But it bothers me, but you know. But the one thing I learned was that when a lot of tragic shit happens, people usually act out when they get older. Because when they was young, it's as if nobody's there to teach you how to deal with that anger, how to deal with that tragedy. So you wind up growing up acting out those things that you kept bottled up for so long. But if you lie to people and don't tell them the truth about America, people not going to care about any tragic shit that happens now because you made them ignore and not care about what happened back in the day. They are the one thing I always notice that they want to keep. They always talk about we shouldn't get rid of, the bad things that happened back in the day. We can learn from it. Let me just explain something to people. It doesn't seem like some of you white people are learning. All it seems to the rest of us are that some of you racist ass or in the closet racist motherfuckers like Meghan McCain is that you're pretending like it wasn't that bad. It was more good shit that happened than bad. I don't give a fuck if you think that George Washington and them was some great presidents and they made great laws and policies and the Constitution and all that shit. That shit don't mean shit to somebody like me. because they enslaved black people. They had laws in that constitution that they created. They helped create amongst the forefathers that enslaved black people. We was considered property. That was our ancestors. And so for black people, we don't give a fuck about your constitution. We don't give a fuck about your American flag. We don't give a fuck about that fake ass patriotism that you keep on talking about. But if you continue in 2021 to tell black people in this day and age to get over our history, when you want to keep your racist history, but you don't want to talk about it. You don't really want to talk about the real history. You want to sugarcoat it. You want to start, okay, racist shit. Let's step over that and let's talk about the good shit. No! If you're not willing to have the fucking conversation, the real conversation about American history, well, we need to get rid of it. So miss me with the cancel culture shit. All the shit need to be canceled. If you don't want to talk about it on some real shit, what the fuck are we keep on teaching our children this nonsense? And I'm not talking about white Americans. I'm not talking about other minorities, Americans. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about black people, children. You don't get the fucking right to keep telling us we shouldn't cancel things, but you don't want to have the conversation with our black children and tell our black children the truth. Fuck it. You don't even want to have the conversation and tell your own children the fucking truth. But you want to keep this racist shit going on like all this shit is okay. It's not. None of this system was built for my people. And until you recognize that, we cancel all that shit. Get rid of all of it. Because most likely, if we're counseling it now, it most likely it was created by a racist. But you don't want to talk about that racist. You want to praise the racist. But he did do some good thing. What about the fucking bad shit? You can teach the kids all about these bad people of the good shit they did and ignore the bad, who they really were. See, because before they was an author, before they was a so-called president, they were slave owners, they was racist, they was murderers, rapists. But you don't want to talk about that. So miss me with the cancel culture. If you don't want to talk about the real about these people, yes, get rid of them. And you don't get to just talk about it once. You consistently talk about their bad shit. That's all this is about. They only want to talk about the good and pretend the bad didn't happen. Listen, I don't have a problem talking about some of the good shit that they did do, as long as we can talk about the bad. Because ain't no one person that great. I don't give a fuck how much great shit they did in their life. They did some bad shit too. Because ain't nobody on the face of the earth or have been on the face of the earth have been great. Perfect. And if you believe in God like you're supposed to, only God. Who a lot of you pretend that you love and you know. The spirit is in you. Yeah, all right. Fucking bunch of hypocrites.
For the sailors to read. That's why I wrote a letter to Admiral Gilday. I haven't heard back from him yet. I wrote it to him a couple of weeks ago to bring his attention to just how terrible of a concept this book is, that divides us, that weakens our military, and that ultimately distracts us at a time when we need to be focused on the threat that we face in the great power competition with China, as you said, who has
Let me explain to you, the biggest threat to America is white supremacists. not another country. Ain't no country gonna fuck with us. The only reason 9/11 happened the way it did is because America was being arrogant. And I hate to say that because people died, but that's the truth. We was arrogant. Mind you, it wasn't a whole country that came and went to war with us and did 9/11. These was people that we allowed in. It was a few thousand or maybe a few million of people that was a part of that. You know, I guess you want to call it a terrorist organization. We was arrogant. They came right through on our planes, through our borders, however you want to look. They came right through, nigga, and they got comfortable and they stayed here and they was already radicalized and they was already plotting. They was among us. We allowed that. Yes, we blame the motherfuckers that did it, but we got to take a little responsibility for that. And like I said, they will never ever tell you this, is that we started it. We started this shit. You don't come on our soil and do nothing, but you can go on their soil and do shit. You can go, America can go on other people's soil and murder and kill their children. And I know America is okay with killing children because you're okay with killing unarmed black children. And do nothing about it. So I know you're okay with going somewhere in the Middle East and killing children. Oh, I'm sorry. That make me unpatriotic. I can't talk about that. I only talk about the positive things about America. Man, kiss my ass. I don't know. I ain't Martin Luther King, nigga. And I wouldn't try to pretend to be. The man is great in his own right, but no. I ain't my ancestors, nigga. Their spirit runs through me, but I ain't them. I'm not cowering to America. And if that makes me unpatriotic, fine, motherfucker. If it make you seem like I hate America, fine. Who is America not to go without criticism? Who the fuck do America think they are? You can roam around in other countries and burn and blow up shit, but you get mad at somebody else coming to fuck your shit up? Really, nigga? Yeah, okay. Hey, I told y'all, a lot of them motherfuckers, they gotta go talk to Jesus, nigga. They ain't got the, hey, you ain't got the, listen, that's why I don't care about racist people. Listen, man, all these bad human beings, man. All these so-called religious people. I don't give a fuck. Continue to do what you the one guy go see God. And he already know, so he just want to sit there and see if you gonna lie. Because he already know. He is the human detector. Lie detector, if you want to say that. Motherfucker's crazy. Go ahead, man. This shit is ridiculous. Let's take a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back, man. These people must think we crazy out here, man. Show y'all some shit, man. This me and my wife show get ready to come on and let y'all see our intro. So I'll be right back, people. Hopefully we do it this weekend. That's the plan for it. It's hard to find fucking chicken wings, people. I don't know what the fuck going on. But anyway, we got everything else but the fucking chicken wings. But anyway, we'll be right back, people. people, we back. Let me know how y'all like that intro. I got a couple of more intros that I'm doing, but that's our first shit. I got some more I'm working on. And that was something quick because I was doing so much other shit that I had to do something quick for this weekend. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have a little bit more better intro than that, but it's okay for now. But anyway, let's get back to this bullshit, people.
Bigger Navy than we do. So it's deeply troubling to me, but I don't have a good answer for you why this book would be included on a reading list that usually includes interesting books about the geopolitical issues that America faces. And instead, there's a book on the reading list that tells all of our sailors, some who are very young, just out of high school, that they're racist and that America is racist.
So if you wanted to,
let me just say this. If you listen, let me just say this. I appreciate that, OJ. If you make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Listen, and make sure y'all push this video out on Facebook, man, so people can come to the show. I think a lot of people would say they can't find the channel, so make sure y'all guys do that for me, people. I'm gonna just say this to white people. If you think that reading a book about racism and hearing certain things in the book, or people telling you about exactly what is actually real, what is actually the truth, and it makes you feel that you are a racist, then that's what you are. We don't have time to continue to keep playing these games with some of these white folks. If you think that you are a racist, then you are a racist then. If you don't think that you're a racist, then you're not. I told you, use it. I told you. I know, listen, I know good white people and I know bad white people. And I ain't gonna say I know them, but I ran into a lot of bad white people. And my experiences is, and people that's like borderline bigots, but they don't probably know it. So they like in the middle, kind of like. They those motherfuckers that say, I got black friends and shit like that. Those type of motherfuckers, right? They like Pacific, only certain black people, right? Listen, if you listen, I have real conversations with white people and tell them the truth about white history, about American history, about their ancestors, my ancestors. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to really talk about it, but it needs to be talked about sometimes. I don't mind being uncomfortable. Listen, the reason I don't mind being uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable every time I leave the house. It's not I'm afraid of death or no shit like that. It's just that I don't want to die today. I leave the motherfucking house. And people shouldn't even be thinking about when they're gonna die, unless you thinking about your putting together your funeral and shit like that what you would do, when you leave your money and shit or whatever, you get what I'm saying? Like that's what time you're supposed to think about it. But every day you really leave the house, you thinking about death. No, people should be going out working, busting their ass every day, not even thinking about death. Death is just going to happen when it happens. But you shouldn't be so afraid that, damn, I could leave the house and I may not come back. And just because of the color of your skin, people in this country feel this way. People in the country feel this way. I don't understand, man. Hold on, give me a second, people, because I think I may know what's wrong. Until I figure out, until I get a new screen, I'm gonna unhook that. All right, hopefully that'll do better. I see the lag and shit. That shit pissing me off. But white people that I know that's good white folks, we have conversations about racism, and listen, some people are offended, some are not. But if you are offended, then they the motherfuckers that you shouldn't be fucking with. And yes, can black people go overboard for talking about race sometimes? Yes. But if you know that black person, then you know that they don't mean no harm. I just don't think people should be roaming around here pretending that race doesn't exist or race doesn't matter in a lot of situations, in almost every situation.
By the U.S. military, you would tell people serving in it that the country is not worth fighting for. Is there any way to get this admiral and other flag officers up onto Capitol Hill and ask them why you're betraying your country and trying to destroy our armed forces?
Yes, Tucker, the admiral, the top admiral in the United States Navy will come and testify before the Armed Services Committee. It will be the first question that I ask him when he does. I've met him before. I've had lunch with him. I can't for the life of me understand why he would defend having this book on his reading list. Let me tell you, I served in the United States Navy. It was the most diverse experience of my life, and I have never met anyone who raised their right hand and took the oath of office, put on the uniform, who didn't love America and believe that America was great. So why we would push a book and tell them to read a book that tells them that America is rotten to the core and that in the United States Navy.
This is part of the issue. This is really what part of the issue is.
This is the most diverse experience of my life, and I have many. It will be the
See, and let me explain something to you. This is the problem with white folks. That's your experience. Ask women in the military. A lot of women, their experiences. Yeah, your experience is what it is, and it's respectful, it's respected, it's acknowledged. But you don't get to ignore everybody else's experience in the military. This is sad. And you know what's so horrible about this is that it's in the history books. Shit is easy to look up. Black people, when we served back in the day, our ancestors, our great grandfathers, our fathers, our uncles, our great uncles, the fucking racism that they dealt with in the military. And this dude, for some odd reason, think that in 2021, it still doesn't exist. And we already seen that it does. You just ignore that. Don't you know racists teach their kids how to be racist? Even if they kids that's coming fresh in to the military. You don't know what the fuck their parents are. Because I don't think that you do that much of a deep background on them like that. And like I said, through the fucking years, white people, a lot of white people, has been very consistent of hiding their racism till now. They've been doing a very good job of it. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And now they just feel emboldened to come out. But he wants us to pretend nothing is really going on. It's almost like what they said about the police. This is a few bad apples. Okay. We back at that point again, huh? It's a few bad races, a few bad apples, one or two little groups of militias. You know what's so fucked up and foul about the Proud Boys is that they got couple of different minorities of people that's a part of that fucking militia, racist clan. Because that's a clan group. They can pretend all they want. And like I said, I've been around a long motherfucking time. I know these millennium racist motherfuckers that will use black people to harm their own and speak their white supremacy racist shit to black people and then come out and say, see, what I got a black friend said that. The motherfucker, one of the Proud Boy leaders, have a black wife, mixed baby, and pretend that he ain't racist. That's how disturbing this shit is. And that black house nigga ass bitch is sitting there allowing her black children to be around the racism. That's how bad this shit is. It's a little bit more evolved of the white supremacy and the racism in this country. It's a little evolved. But I'm intelligent enough to understand what the fuck is going on. I ain't gonna pretend that this shit doesn't exist. Everything's honky-dory. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna act like we ain't make no progress. But at the motherfucking same time, I'm not gonna ignore what the fuck I see. And what the fuck I know exactly what's going on here. Because a few little things is going on now. We got some Barack Obamas running around the country. Everything's all right, black people. Come on now, we're good. But it's still nigger bitches. Still nigger children. Listen, I know I knew a couple of biracial people. We ain't cool like that no more. And it's not because like at a bad falling out, but you know, people grow up and they move on in life. You know, you start wind up moving somewhere else and shit like that happens. No biracial dude I grew up with. And he told me, man, his white side of the family used to always call him a nigger baby. From the age of 7 when he finally understood that. He said they would play these games and shit of like when they got around the black part of the family and shit and pretend they wasn't racist. But then when he wouldn't go visit them and shit, he didn't know. Part of him didn't know no better. He thought it was almost damn near normal. And when he got with them, they used to call him all types of niggas. He said his grandparents and shit used to tell him that he don't worry about it. We all say the word. You know what I mean? When you go over there to your black family, don't they say the word sometimes? He said, yeah, which was true. But he tried to make it seem like it was just something that people said. His own grandparents, his own grandfather, from his white side. To when he got older, to when he was I think he knew it was wrong when he was younger, but he got it was so normal to him. I think probably when he got about 20 something, I think he cut them off. Because for so many years they brainwashed him to think that was fine, that what they was doing. This is a 20-something-year-old dude, but they got him when he was young. He was a biracial kid. And it took him to when he got in his 20s and got to college and shit, and he learned some shit. And I remember him coming back, and I went out with him one time, and he was talking to me about that shit. He's in our 20s at this time. And mind you, I'm from the streets and shit. I mean, he come from the neighborhood, but he was one of the ones that made it out. You know what I mean? In that direction of like going to college, doing good in school, and going to college and doing that shit, getting scholarships and shit like that. So and he was devastated. So like I said, we can sit here and pretend. And then mind you, this wasn't like 30 years ago. When he finally realized this shit was about maybe 15 years ago. It's in 2000s. He said he used to get, when he used to call back home to his white side of his family, his grandparents and shit. He used to call back there, and he used to to see how they doing. Because like I told you, he still, like, a part of him still thought this shit was normal. Never told his mom that this type of shit was happening to him. I don't even think he told his dad. And his dad was white. And he said it was a conversation they was having about something, about what was going on. And he was like, it was a situation he was talking about people stealing or something like that in the dorms or something like that. He was like, man, it's probably some other niggas. Grandfather said that to him. Probably some other niggas did that. So you gotta watch them niggas. Yeah, remember I told you when you was young, you gotta watch niggas. And he said to himself, that was the last conversation. He said that shit broke his heart. He said he got off the phone, he cried for hours. So I would like to tell good white people, bad white people, don't play with me. Don't play with me about racism. I had plenty of friends. I had plenty of biracial friends. I had plenty of white friends that I had conversations with. Of course, black people I had conversations with. Had plenty of people that got fucking scar stories. Plenty of friends of mine white friends that didn't want me, or that never invited me, or never invited his black friends around his family because he knew they was racist. But because they was his family, he still had love for them. But he had love for us to a point that he would never want us to go around that. Had a female a white friend like that too. So listen, I want white people, don't play with black people or somebody black like me. Don't try to play with my intelligence to try to pretend that racism don't exist. You just don't want to talk about it. And that's fine if you don't want to talk about it, but just admit it. You don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But don't pretend that you don't understand that racism actually exists. This ain't happening. The shit that I'm telling y'all about these people that I know or I did know, this shit was 15, 16 years ago. This wasn't that long ago. And don't tell me in 15, 16 years, all of a sudden, there's no racism going here. No systemic racism. The fuck out of here. You had 4 years of fucking racism 400 years of racism in this country. And you trying to pretend in the last 15 years of my life that racism doesn't exist? Please stop trying to play with black people's intelligence. Please stop it. It's unnecessary. It's almost borderline insulting. Well, fuck, it ain't borderline, it's insulting. I don't give a fuck that you was in the army, or my experience, or whatever school you went to. I was diverse. So what? So the fuck what? That's like another black person coming to me and saying, well, I didn't have that experience, so, it was the best experience I ever had. It's almost like shitting on my shit, on my experience. I ain't gonna stand for a black person to do that to me, so why would I stand for a white person to do that to me? Give a fuck what your experience was. I ain't even gonna say I don't. My point is, Don't shit on the other people's experiences. Because yes, I'll tell people this all the time. I got a lot of brothers and sisters that send me shit all the time about police brutality that's happening to them. Shit, you had Oak come on and say they did some shit to him out there in Oakland, in the Bay Area. I don't have those interactions with police. But that doesn't make what happened to Oak not valid. I don't get to tell Oak that. Oh, yeah, ain't my experiences with police. So I'm almost condoning it. Or what happened to him. Or somehow is it his fault. That's what it comes off as. That's what it sounds like. But I told you, we're not dealing with very intelligent people like you think. Or, like I said, or they're pretending that they're not smart. To dumb down the people. Or continue to keep the people that already are dumbed down stay in that lane of being dumb. An OG told me this. He said, wisdom take you a long way. But the truth is what it is. The truth is going to be the truth. Wisdom is wisdom. But the truth, wisdom can take you a long way, but the truth is what it is. You don't understand that? It's a little hard for me to explain, but I get it. But at the time my OG said that shit to me, I ain't know what the fuck he was talking about either. All right, people, let me get some people up in here in the building, man. Let me get some people up in the building. OG, I'm gonna send you the. Hey, OG, you sent me a. Send me. You see my email in there? Send me an email, and I'll send you a link. OG, let me get some of these emails out to people. All right, people. Let's take a little commercial break real quick. We right back. Try to get the fellas and whoever want to come up in the building. Give me a second.
Check, you get no respect, you holding a tech, you holding a 9. These niggas be claiming they telling the truth, but a 9 out of 10 of they lying. Shit, you know they be taking their time. I just be speaking my mind, shit from the grind. I come from the grind, I tell the time. They wanted to humble me, they want me to look up the sucker ass niggas, they know
right, people, we back. Oh, well, let me see if I sent OG this link. We right back. All right, we're trying to see if we get people up in the building. OG, send me your email. Who else want to get in the building? Let me know. Y'all see my email is at the bottom here. Right here at the bottom, going strolling through the stream at the bottom. All right, I sent some links out. Hopefully everybody coming in the building. Waiting on OG to send me a link. Maybe that might help him better to get his shit together. I sent you a regular shit through the messenger, but still send me your email. Weezy, I sent you a link too, Weezy. LT, I sent you one too, I think. Let me say. Is the channel. I can't listen, people. I can't wait till we get back to opinion but facts. But we need to build this over here too, man. Get this up. It's always good to have backup people just in case some fuck shit happen. What's going on, y'all? I sent links out. Don't tell me it's the link. If it's the link, I give everybody a few minutes and see what they gonna do. See if they gonna come in. All right, I'm gonna run a few more of these things. And then let's get people trying to get up in the building. There we go. We got Weezy up in here. Hold on, Weezy in the building. What up, Weezy?
Hey, what's up, my brother? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you. We got this dumbass delay down here. I just switched over my fucking internet, and I think fucking my shit up. My shit shouldn't be this bad. We got a little delay. I don't know what the fuck that is. But yeah, you good? What up? You hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you good.
All right. Yeah.
I'm
With
outside
everybody, because
enjoying
that's probably
the
what was taking
weather.
everybody long.
I'm outside enjoying this good weather. You got that hoodie on. It must be cold down up there.
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually nice outside. It's actually about like probably about like 70, 75 degrees, something like that.
Okay, wow.
But you know, it's chilly
That's
down this
what it
bitch.
is
It's
up
always
here.
chilly down here. Yeah,
That's
it's
what it
always
is
chilly
up here.
down in the basement. The basement always like real chilly. Like even though it's warm as shit upstairs, but it's chilly as shit down here. But you know, usually I have my shit zipping up. I ain't got it
Right,
zipped up.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's why I said it ain't that bad down here. It's just that I got this little short sleeve motherfucking undershirt on and shit. You know what I mean? Having this bitch
Mm.
on board, it feel like I'm freezing down this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
So the
what's
hoodie
up.
on. But no, the weather good down here. The weather is great. It's like 75 degrees. It
That's what's
really
up.
hit spring real quick down because you know we get spring like it be almost down to the end of March. We don't. That's when we get spring, but it actually came a little earlier this year. So right about that shit.
That's- How the fam doing?
Yeah.
I saw the intro to your show. That's hey, that's nice right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some other shit I'm working on to do better because I some little like it's a little nerd, but I'm gonna do some on it. But that's just to start us out. But I think the first show we're gonna do is on this channel. It's just we're gonna do it here because I'm having fucking problems uh uh live streaming it for some odd
Okay.
reason. But I may got to do it a certain type of. Hopefully, I can fix it tomorrow, and I'll send out links and shit to come to whatever channel it is. We might do it here first, or we might do it on a new channel that I did create already. But I'm having problems getting into the software that I use now. So let's
Okay.
see.
Yeah,
Let's how
that's
that
what's
go.
up.
OG, you here? Hell no.
I see him, but he
OG,
ain't saying
did you?
nothing. I can see him.
Yeah, he been having that problem. I told him, listen, he may have to go through the email. OG, send me your email through the email. Send it through Mr. KJ200 at gmail.com. Send me your email through there. Put mine down and then send us an okay or something like that. A message like okay. And then I'll come back and I'll send you the link to get in there. That might be better for you.
Excuse
Fuck you doing, nigga. Look, I'm having technical difficulties here. You having technical difficulties there, and I might have to transfer this shit upstairs because I'm really having real technical like internet issues down here in the studio. Like I'm really
Right.
having problems down here, and I don't know what the fuck this is about. I find out that the little station that I had that did actually help my internet shit. The screen is old. It's like an old what's it, gateway monitor. That bitch gone. It blew up on me. So now I gotta go back and I gotta order a fucking another screen. I'm gonna measure this bitch to see how big it is. Cause I need the same type of fucking size screen. I don't want no little ass screen. Cause I'm blind, so I need to see shit.
Now when I was watching you live, everything was going good, and stuff like that. So yeah, so I don't know
This
what the
stream?
delay is and stuff. Yeah, on the live stream, everything was perfect.
I ain't see it. I mean from my end, it's a delay. Like everything is real like delayed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So I mean,
now you catching up. Now you catching up. Like what you
right.
saying, yeah, it's catching up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fucking delay, and it shouldn't be that way. I don't have that problems when I'm doing that shit upstairs in a dining room where I got another hole set up at. You know what I'm saying? And
So
so
it's a delay on your end, cause it's not a
yes,
delay on my end, cause
no,
I
like
hear you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and you talking now, we good. But
Yeah,
even if I
okay.
got like a little when LT come on, because he always make me echo, right?
Yeah,
Even when I'm up there, I can get him to fix his shit, and we still could be straight. Everybody's
okay,
still like it's no delay or nothing. Down here in
okay,
the studio,
understood.
I think I got the extension down here, but it's not working strong enough. Or maybe I may need to get a stronger one. But I'm thinking saying fuck that shit instead of buying another one and just run that bitch straight up there to my router.
Okay, understood.
You get what I mean?
Understood.
I know how to
Yeah,
fix it. That's
most
the
definitely.
fucked up part about it. I just like it's a lot to do because I got to get all on the motherfucking roof and all that other shit. But I think
Right.
I just don't have to do it. Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna have to go that way.
Yeah,
OG,
but
send me the goddamn link. We can't hear you, bro. We ain't even heard you for like almost 2 weeks.
he probably in a different place like I have been for the last half week, like mentally and stuff like that. No, that was a joke. OG, don't take it personal. It was just a joke. Yeah, I've been in a different place the last past week and shit like that. But
Nah, he
it is
I
what it
think
is.
he what's the name? I think his shit been fucked up. He haven't really getting no good shit.
Right,
That's
right.
not man. All right, hold on. Let me call OG. Let me call OG real quick.
Yeah, most of them.
Let me call.
Hey, what's up, Kenny?
Yeah, you hear? Did you send me the email?
Wait, one more time. Hold on. Go ahead.
I said, did you send me the email?
I'll send it to you right now. Where do you want me to send it to?
Send it to mine.
Chat?
No, send it to Mr. KJ200 email at gmail.com. Up there that's strolling through the stream.
Okay, we'll do right now.
All right. Cause he ain't getting in here like that. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Shit.
Come
Hey,
on, you.
I don't know if you
No, I'm
watched the
sorry. Go ahead.
stream. Listen, I don't know if you watched the stream the other day. Me and Moses got into it, nigga.
How about this? How about this? All right. I told you I've been not physically exhausted the last past week, but I like
Yeah, but
been
just
mentally
mentally.
exhausted. So I come, just woke up and I said, damn, let me go in here. And y'all on there 5 o'clock in the morning and shit. I said, what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, what? I said, what the hell is Kenny doing up 5 o'clock in the morning? So, I caught about like maybe 15 minutes
Hold on.
of it.
Hold on, Wiz. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, ever who in the chat room, if y'all want to come in the building, come in. You know, I would love, different perspectives to, what everybody think, That's just me. I've been rocking with Kenny for over 4 years, and, different perspectives would truly be appreciated. Because I'm tell you something, a lot of people don't agree with me.
Go ahead, Wiz.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just telling, that people in the chat, people wanting to come in, their point of view will be truly appreciated, stuff like that. Because we've been rocking for 3-4 years and stuff like that, So I know a lot of people don't agree. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot. Some people don't agree with me,
Listen,
So
motherfucking
like I say,
motherfucking
the way we talk.
LT says in the chat, he says, OG, send it to my email. Send it to my email. Send me your not in the messenger, send it to the email. Do my shit. Go to your Gmail account or your Yahoo account. Go to your Yahoo account and put in Mr. KJ2
Gmail account.
Right. Go to Mr. KJ200 at gmail.com. You got to do it on your end. But LT said, LT, bring your little big head ass in here. LT said, it been almost 2 weeks since OG been talking. He's the co-host. 100. That's true. I told you it been almost 2 weeks. We ain't heard shit from OG.
That's what's up. The OG put what was the old intro? He did that, right?
What, the intro I got for him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I created it for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it was super fire. It was a super fire.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Weezy, you need to send me a picture so I can do your intro, so you can have your intro on here.
Okay.
I keep telling y'all niggas that. Just send me a picture that you like.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, send me a picture that y'all like. Everybody that go for LT, G, Moses, whoever it is. I'm gonna call fucking goddamn Cali and Oak, and I'm all get them send picture, and then I'm gonna put that shit. I'm gonna try to do a whole intro of just y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's straight fire right there.
So like when we go in these chats and shit, and I go to a commercial or some shit, I can go ahead and just run y'all intro. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna ready to let the fellas in, and then I run the intro.
That's good. I got you, little bro. I'll send you mine to tonight.
All you gotta do is text that shit to me through the phone. Just do it through text message.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
OG, you still ain't in this motherfucker. OG. Is your mic working, nigga?
Nope. I'm gonna send it to you through Messenger.
Can you guys?
Oh, there you go.
Did you guys hear me?
What up, OG? Yeah.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, what's happening, gentlemen?
Welcome back.
What's up, my guy? What's up, OG?
Motherfucker OG been out of commission for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You didn't suspend
It
him too,
sucks.
did you? Or he self suspended himself. What? What?
He said he self-suspended himself. Oh, that's fucked up.
OG, my guy. OG, my guy.
You finally fixed your
I
shit.
know
What
it
happened,
comes with
OG?
love,
What
gentlemen.
was wrong? What was wrong,
Yeah,
OG?
most definitely.
One more time.
I said, what was wrong with your shit?
No, I just had to disconnect everything and reconnect and link it up through Bluetooth.
You know what I think was wrong?
That
He
was it.
got two
Something.
Oh, you
phones just
know,
like I had, and it won't work. Remember,
oh,
I
you
had
know
two
what,
phones.
OG? That's why you probably. Hold on. That's why you probably got echo. You got your headphones, Bluetooth.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I hear that echo. Then, yeah, you need to get them plugins. You want me to send you some headphones? Hey, Weezy, I got your care package, nigga. I need you to send me your goddamn address so I can send this shit off.
I'm gonna tell you a true story. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. She ain't gonna like this. She probably looking to this right now. But she told me, she said, hey, I'm gonna call Kenny and I'm gonna tell him, send it, like that. That what she tell. I said, look, don't call Kenny. She said, cause I know when I call him, he gonna clown you, remember when I was on the phone with my partners, she was watching it, but no, it ain't nothing like that. But she said she was gonna call, and I double dared her. I say, call
She probably
her, call her.
did, but
I
she
say,
ain't in my
call her.
phone. I
She
don't
said,
pick that
I'm gonna
bitch up.
give him your address and everything. No, she a good lady. That's
Yeah, I listen. If she ain't in my phone, I ain't gonna pick it up.
That's why I always say, tell a friend to tell a friend, because it's about, I say at least about 5 people I turn on to this show.
Right.
It's about five of them, and they hit that notification bell and stuff like that, and half of them they get on my ass when I talk to them. They be like, you had a bad showing last night. They be shaking their head.
That's
They
fucked
tell
up.
me, they be like, you need to put that bottle down. They do what they tell me. You be starting off good, and when that motherfucker, you just go bonkers and shit like that. That's what motherfuckers tell me. I'm like, shit. I say, well, I don't remember. I say, I be trying. I swear for my living God, I be trying. Just like everything is going smooth now. I don't know. I don't know in about an hour. you know, I'm
Shit,
out.
hey.
But that's what they tell me. Like,
You should
no,
have trained that. You should have trained that cardio, Wheezy, like them boxers. If you don't get a knockout.
Listen, no, listen, no lie to you. Listen, I get tipsy on the show. I know when it's time for me to get the fuck off. I do. Like seriously, because I know my limit. When I start getting angry at everybody,
hey,
you start saying some
well,
shit. Usually I let people I give people I disagree, but I got a way of saying nah, that's some bullshit, right? But when I start getting mad at everybody, If I get mad at one person, I can get mad at. But if I start getting mad at two people on the show, I know it's time for me to cut this bitch off. Like it's a wrap. It's over with. It's time to go. It's time to get the fuck up out of here. Weezy, when Weezy get fucked up on the show, Weezy, listen, it don't matter who it is. He will pinpoint who the fuck he want to be mad at, and once he mad, and that drink then kicked in, nigga, everybody looking at him like, well, why you getting mad at him? What did he say? Remember the last person he got mad at was Cali. Remember? He got pissed off at Cali. I was like, where'd that come from? Everybody was like, what the fuck you talking about? And then I had to cut his ass off. Because I was like, yeah, Weezy fucked up.
The person that told me about it, she said, shout out to her, you know, and shit like that. And she told me like, hey, you be good for about like 30 minutes of the show, but when you get that drinking, you know, you fucking just be talking, you know, shit like that. And I was like, shit, I don't remember none of that shit, you know. I love it. She subscribed to the show. I turned on to it and shit like that. And she was telling me, she said, let that, you know, she probably watching now. But she said some shit when Kenny say, hey, hold up, wait a minute. And then she said, I'll be interrupting you. And then she said, I'll say, okay, I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say shit. Go ahead.
That's his favorite shit. I ain't gonna say shit.
Talking. As soon as you start talking, I come back in that motherfucker. You just said you weren't gonna say shit.
Yeah, I say that. I say, you just said you ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna let me fucking finish what I'm saying? Now listen, you know the bad part about it though is that when I got into it with Moses the other morning.
I saw that.
And shit was fine. We was doing good. And I wasn't drunk or nothing shit like that. But you could tell Moses was like borderline sleepy or whatever the fuck, right? So we got into an issue. I think we was talking about
male chauvinist.
Yeah,
that's
and
I called it. That's what I called it.
Yeah, and that's what and I was like, dude, you sound like a male chauvinist. I think you know me. I get to going off like I go hard, right? Like I get to saying some shit that I mean, but I shouldn't say sometimes, right?
Some
like
shit
you know what I mean?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like no, but a lot of what I'm saying is what I mean by that is it should be said, but it should be said in another way.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So he said what he said and shit, man, and I flipped the fuck out. I was like, hey, man, you a fucking male chauvinist, nigga. And that's what it is. Then he said something to me and it really triggered me. He's like, oh, when everybody on the show shit, you always talking over everybody. I said, yeah, motherfucker, it's my show. I said the fuck I want, and I cut everybody off what I want to. But I said, the difference is of what I said to you that made you a little upset is actually some discussion, right? I said, I didn't say it to hurt your feelings. I said it because that's how I came off. You've been feeling this way about me cutting people off on the show to try to come back at me to hurt my feelings. He was like, thought about it, said back, he thought about it and said, maybe you right. No, it ain't that I'm maybe right. I'm right. I'm very fucking aware when people saying shit to hurt people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, when that nigga Weezy say shit to hurt your feelings.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is a true story. Like I say, I didn't turn people on to the show. Somebody called me and told me they were shaking their head. They say, and I ain't gonna call the person out that was on the panel. She say, it's fucked up how you did him. you know, you
Probably was
just be
Cali.
drinking and shit, no, I say this. I got some negative response about Cali, but it wasn't Cali. And somebody told me it's fucked up how you was
Who was?
talking to this person. No, I ain't gonna say no names, cause like I say,
Man,
we
fuck that. We
all
tell the truth on the first of all, no, time out. We tell the motherfucking truth on this show. Whoever it is what it is. And if it listen, we brothers here. If we can squash it, we'll squash it. If we can't, fuck it.
no, it's good, but that's what I say, that perception, like people think I be up in here trying to big bully, motherfuckers and shit like that. No, I'm just passionate about what I say, and I can say the same thing about everybody else that be in the business. They passionate about what they say.
First of all, did
But
you remember? You
sometimes
remember when
you
I
feel
listen?
that, yeah,
I'm gonna say this. Do you remember when? You remember when Cali got into it,
yeah,
right? I ain't never seen Cali like that. Cali was on some
yeah,
other shit, nigga. He
yeah,
was like, he was on
yeah,
like,
yeah,
he every time he would come on, he would flip the fuck out, like almost down there.
yeah.
And I was
And,
being
and,
as
and,
polite as I could be, but then he started to irritate the fuck out of me, and I was like, come on, dude. But then it's like Oak, when Oak get on, Oak get that way too. Nigga, hey man, listen.
be yelling. I think worse. He, I think
But you know
Oak
who Oak
is
blamed that shit on though,
the
right?
third.
You know who he blamed that.
Oak
You
be
know who he
talking
blamed that
shit.
shit on. No, I'm saying you know
Who?
who he blamed that shit on though. And that shit
Who?
on. He
Who
blamed it
he
on me.
blaming on? Oak be
Me.
going off.
He talking about I got him that way and all that other shit. I said, nigga, I ain't. And
but
I probably did, but then at the
no.
same time, don't y'all blame me for your shit.
We was in the field back when you first started, and me and Oak went
Mm-hmm.
at it. Yeah, it ain't like we was double teaming them, but the way we thought wasn't the same thing that Oak was thinking. He was,
Yeah, but
but
Oak ain't give a fuck about
Oak,
that
Oak,
shit.
Oak, Oak, Oak is the original nigga. And this is,
Oak
I
got his
will say this:
Oak got
Oak
his
is
Oak got his
passionate about
Oak
what the
got his
fuck
new
he said.
yeah, but Oak got his new lane and shit. You know what I mean? That's why you don't really see Oak on the show like that. Oak got his new lane on TikTok. He a star over that bitch now, so he don't be
That's
coming to
what's
fuck with
up.
the family like that no more.
That's what's up. But he been always passionate about what the fuck he talking about. You talking about 4 years ago, Oak could go goddamn fuck out. He Maryland. But
Yeah,
Maryland is intelligent motherfucker. Maryland,
Merlin
you know,
Merlin don't
he,
want
he, he,
Merlin don't come on here no more. He don't come on here. Listen, them niggas they listen. They get see the problem. The difference is that them niggas don't understand. I know some shit that you gonna hear. I'll put it like this: I may say to you, and you may get real upset about. Right? The crazy part about it is that I go back and I watch these videos and I remember a lot of shit that I say on the show that I knew that went wrong. Right? Or how we got the argument. I always tell
you know
people
what
this.
somebody told me? Somebody
Hold
told
on,
me, and
hold,
I
hold on,
turned
hold
on
on,
to
hold
the
on,
show.
hold
No,
on,
I'm
Wayne.
sorry. Go ahead.
I always tell people this. If I didn't, if I ain't say I wanted to shoot you or kill you or something like that, don't take nothing. Don't take everything I say as personal. Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm a very like you say, I'm very passionate about a lot of shit that I say. And but
yeah.
if I didn't say if I didn't say I was gonna shoot you or hurt you or shit like that, don't take it personal in that way. It's just
Right,
like
right,
I come
right.
from where like we 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 talk a certain type of way. We get our frustrations out. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I'm from listen, and sometimes I try to watch what I say around some of y'all, like you know what I mean, or how I come at some of y'all. I'm a work in progress. I tell people that I ain't perfect, but at the same motherfucking time, I'm not gonna bite my tongue for y'all either. You get what I mean? Just because to get your feelings all good, I don't mind you saying certain shit to me. I
right.
told you, only thing you can't call me It's only one thing you can't call me as a sellout. That's the only time I take anything personally. You know what I mean? You can tell me, Kenny, fuck you, you ain't shit, and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you don't call me a motherfucking coon or a sellout, good. Fuck out of here. Cause listen, cause I would never call you that. You know what I mean? Especially like me and you seen. Listen, how me and you got into it? Yeah,
Hold up, kid.
it was.
Hold up.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mom's ringing his bell, so she
All
got
right, go ahead,
this
go ahead, go
butt
ahead.
bell she bring. Don't cut me off. But she probably want to go lay down. So let
All
me
right,
get
go
her
ahead. Handle your
situated
business.
and I'll be back. Okay,
All
most
right, we
definitely.
here. OG, you asked. OG. Now we can't hear you no more. We can't hear you, OG. You send me the email. OG. Let me see if I can do it my way. Hold on. I'm trying to send it so I can send it to you. Okay. All right. All right, OG. I'm going to send you this email. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Shit, I don't know why this did that. All right, I'm sending it to you now, OG. All right, I sent it out. Uh, uh, um, OG, I sent it out. Did you get it? You know you got to come off of this live stream though. I mean, come off of this messenger thing. You came off of before you get into it. So, I don't like this. OG, I bro. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go upstairs, man, and do this shit because it seems like we have real technical difficulties around this bitch. But OG, you need to what's the name? Yeah, yeah, you hear us, but we don't hear you though, OG. That's the thing. Cause I don't like how this shit is going. So I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm tomorrow I'm gonna try to work on this goddamn internet shit tomorrow. But go upstairs. I'm a live stream from upstairs. So I see everybody in a minute. We'll be right back. Leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. Peace and love to the world.
Do you have an opinion? Do you want to be heard? Are you coming with real talk? Do you want to have an open and honest conversation? Opinions, but facts is where it's at. Ran by our man Kenny. Nothing's off the table. Sports, real life, politics, and everything in between. Join the most interactive channel. Real talk from real people, keeping it 100. Be heard. Don't let your voice go silent.